Okie doke, artichokes. We are ready for the next run. Rincy is gonna run Conker's Bad Fur Day, and we are so excited for that. Please take it away.
Hello. Yes, I'm here. You're gonna see the starts once the beginning cutscene finishes. Wait, hello. Okay, sounds good. Okay, yeah. So let's get started. So once I click on Scaredy Birdie, it's gonna be about 5 seconds of cutscene, and then time starts.
Uh, uh,
Yes, me too, me too.
oh no. It's gonna be one of those days.
All right, so we start our time here, and we're off. So right here, this is basically the tutorial section. We can't take any damage. So it's basically getting you familiarized with the controls. So this is the Xbox version, which is not so different from N64, with the exception of being able to rotate your camera without the use of the C buttons, like on N64 controller. So this one we can use the right analog stick, and we can rebind controller buttons as well to make it more cooler and more less struggling, because this game definitely has some very wonkiness to it. Right here we already have our additional skip. Right here, this one is allowed to be able to return back to the menu, because this is also a cutscene that we can't skip. So we go immediately to panhandled, and after that, then we're able to control the game, which is definitely very fun. Look at this. We get to jump. We don't necessarily know how to swim just yet, so we got our little floaties going on. Look at that. Just like me. That's my son right there. And then right here, we got our first little skip thingy, which those two blades of grass right there, they serve as the tutorial for the helicopter twirl. So that's basically our extra jump, I guess you could say. So it's like a little boost. And we can bypass it by jumping forward and back into tricking the game to thinking that we've already done that. So this game serves as, I know you've seen that B button back there. These are context sensitive buttons that we have to press, and it does like very different wacky things. And there's certain spots also in the game that serve as that gives us a thought bubble so that we can use stuff. So right here, I'm manipulating the key to be as close as possible to the door,
Hang on.
so that once it's done with its invisibility frames, I can smack it like I did so here. It's more ideal to have this frickin' key right there as close as possible to the door. You have no idea how, how infuriating that key is just chasing it around. So as soon as you hear the second little ding, you just turn away and let the little cutscene play out, so that you can keep going, because the invisibility frames don't end until the key stops moving. See, we get plunger with dynamite. The rock is gone, and let's go. We beat the game. Just kidding. All right, now we have our source of health, which is chocolate pieces. Squirrel eating chocolate. I don't know who's heard of it, but that serves as our health system. This game does have lives. They're spread out throughout the entire game, but we are allowed to use the cheat for 50 lives, which I don't remember if that's the capacity for it. But 50 lives definitely is very helpful with this, because there are sections where we might need a couple extra lives. And overall, right here, everything is out of context because we have no type of context since we're skipping all the cutscenes. But traditionally, in the normal sense, we would go over there and see the queen bee crying about her beehive. And she asks us to go get it for her from these wasps, which are the ones chasing us, and she'll give us money. So a lot of the stuff that Conker is doing in this game is motivated by money and trying to get home. So another tutorial section here, and it lets us use her slingshot, which also serves as context sensitive. This is probably 1 out of 3 sections that you get to use it. I honestly can't remember.
Hey, Rin.
Yeah.
Due to fun tech goblins, we kind of did not get your intro. You think you could introduce yourself to us again?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I'm Retzi. If you don't know, I've been speedrunning this game for quite some time. I also speedrun some other cool games, some other interesting games. I don't know. I mean, anybody can ask me any question. I'm very, very awkward. That's all I can tell you. That's the main thing I can tell you. I'm very awkward, but I'm more than willing to always answer questions whenever someone asks me something. Because I'm very bad at intros, unfortunately. All right. So we have our cheese skip here. Traditionally, the game will have you do this quest for our friend Rat over here called Marvin. And he wants 3 pieces of cheese. You see him down there? Yeah, so you have to feed him cheese, but since we're doing fake any percent, we're not required to do that because then by doing so, we get access to inside the barn and fighting the Buff You boss, which sounds a lot like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And we're just immediately just skipping that. So that's the one chapter we skip basically. And then there's another one too that we skip that we don't go to. But right now, we're actually going to one of my favorite areas, which is the poo cabin. That's right, poo. People order our patties. All right. It's gonna be a couple platforming here. See, we got money everywhere, checkpoints. Of course, like I said, we're motivated by money, but we're not going to be grabbing that money. There's like 3 or 4 bundles that we won't get right now because we'll be able to skip back to the chapters section and be able to progress.
Mind if I pop in with a quick donation? Speaking
Of
of being
course.
motivated by money.
Money.
Beep Salt donated 10 pounds and said, "Y'all are amazing." Heart. And also put that towards the Save Computer Chan incentive, which I really appreciate. If y'all could help us save Computer Chan, it'd really be awesome. And we're also making progress towards our milestone. We're doing great. Y'all are doing awesome. All right, back to you.
Deep Salt is cute and bald. That's it. All right, so the main reason why we're here is for poo balls, and we got to get those cows to do their thing. And what way to do it? By riling up this bowl and smacking them to where we want them to go. So we, so right here, it's very crucial to have the bowl face the direction where the targets are going to be at. The targets are always in the same spot. The cows always end up in the same area too. So it's very optimized here. It's like a time-based thing. See, so there's going to be one here. So the game, so for this section also, so the first cow we have to hit once, the second one we have to hit twice, and the third one is 3 times. For some reason, I don't know why the game is coded like that. It's including for all the bosses. But don't mind that. The bowl is really hard to control in this version of the game. So you might be aware of the remake, which is Live and Reloaded or remastered. I don't know if you want to call it remaster or remake. It upgraded a ton of the visuals, the controls for the original Xbox. And the bowl actually is very well controlled in that game compared to this one. This one's more wonky, of course, because it's on N64. Yeah. Look at that. Goodness gracious, young man. Yeah, and all that is prune juice. I'm feeling mighty thirsty myself.
You're just taking the bull by the horns.
Exactly. See? And then all the noises, some of them are made by me, so just kidding. You gotta kind of aggro the bull a little bit because the way that the bull is right there is really stinky, and the hitboxes are very wonky too. This game is pretty broken. I'm not gonna lie, it's broken just by like its hitboxes. You can get away with a lot of things.
I see some olays in the chat. If we could get some olays, I love it. Olay!
Please, we need it because the bull doesn't want to do it.
Come on, bull.
Alright, so in that case, we're just gonna go this way. Yeah, and after this cow, it should be over. This is another part of the chapter. This one is crucial though. This one is definitely like one thing that we have to do. We can't skip this area. Alright, so there goes one hit. Now we need 2 more. As soon as the cow starts moving, I let it rip. And one more. Let's get out of here. Come on, bull. I want to go home. I had a long day of drinking at the bar. Look at that. If you end up hitting the cow a little bit more earlier before it stops to feed on the grass, you would have to redo it again. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it was coded that way, but yeah, it's like if you stop it, you're just gonna have to redo it again. Well, not redo like completely, but you have to wait until the cow actually stops. All right. Let's see if we can do this. We can. All right. Sorry about the wonkiness. The game does not like when you go out of bounds. So there is another section that we will be doing in out of bounds that's just like that, but a little bit more worse. So I forgot to let you guys know about that as a warning, just in case you're very sensitive to stuff like that. So right here, the main thing about it is that we can't get out of here because there's a context-sensitive area that Conker has to do. So you see the floaties. So it serves as a thing so we can learn how to dive. The only problem is because we skipped it, we have to do that. We have to basically brute force our way in. And as soon as we get out of here, it tricks the game into thinking we've actually it's called confidence pills in this game, that we're able to dive under. And now we're not going to no longer need to have floaties anymore. So we just automatically learn how to swim once we exit that area.
Just a quick reminder, friends, that we are getting really close to the halfway mark on our milestone for unlocked stages in Splatterhouse. So please keep it up. We're so close. Come on, chat.
Hello, we like money.
Yes, money, please.
Money me money now, please. Yeah, so this is Chocolate Mountain. No doubt about it. And look at that, we got delicious looking beetles there that want to eat more chocolate. So we just gave them some. It serves as a roadblock, so what we got to do is open that up right there to go into the next section, which is, from what I understand, a very fan favorite area for certain Conker enthusiasts. If you know the chapter, then you know where I'm going. If you're unaware, then it's going to be quite a surprise.
This reminds me of my favorite Hollow Knight boss, Chocolate Knight.
Oh no. You know, I'm actually going through Hollow Knight for the first time myself.
Oh, wonderful game.
Yeah, I'm actually enjoying it. It's very, very hard for me though.
Yeah, it's incredibly difficult. That game is unapologetically difficult.
Alright. Have you seen me doing that helicopter twirl? That's so that it kind of gets the dung beetles to get off my back. Because they will lock into you if you're just normally just, walking by or pushing the ball. They will lock into you and they will smack you. So by doing the helicopter twirl, you can kind of just avoid that. I don't know exactly how it works. It just does it on its own. So we just ignore it. Yeah, we're gonna leave that delicious looking money there by itself. We don't really need to get it. And we don't take any fall damage here because we're in Chocolate Mountain. So a lot of the terrain here, it serves more like a safety compared to other sections in the game where we will take a ton, either die or, depending on the fall from where we fall, or we'll take like a chocolate or two. It just depends. Look at that. Delicious. Sweet corn. Yeah, so right here we got to get 2 pieces of corn, and then you guessed it, 3 pieces right after.
Makes sense. Collect the corn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this game just likes 1s, 2s, and 3s. Don't know why. The remake actually fixed that, so it's only 1 and 1 for everything. You don't have to do it multiple times. But the trade-off is, for that game, it's a bit more harder because you have enemies in places like in this one, for example. Like right here, we don't have enemies, but the remake, it does. And the physics in that one is a little bit more realistic, I guess. I guess that's one way to put it. It's a little more realistic. So you can either fall from a small height and take more damage than you would on this game, or just completely die.
Realistic might not be the word I'd use. I'd say predictable.
Predictable? Okay, predictable. Get over here. Oh, thank you. You shouldn't have. Yeah, so the hand can help you or hinder you, because the hand can smack you also. Oh my god, what's that? Oh. Alright, so we have our boss, which is the Great Mighty Pooh, who sings a delicious tune. Maybe I should have added that as an incentive. Maybe I would sing along with the Great Mighty Pooh. But it's a very fan favorite. So there is a thing about this version of Conker's Bad Fur Day, because I'm playing on Xbox One. The Xbox One version does suffer from a bug where the game will freeze in this particular section. Most notably right there in the first phase of the boss. Just because like the game loads too fast, or it was patched for the Series X, but not for the Xbox One, which is considerably strange. But yeah, so it loads too fast and it just freezes the game. The GMP will not move. He'll stay just like that pose that he's doing. He'll just stay like that for the entire rest of the game. So if that were to have happened, I would have to quit to the menu, which I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that just yet.
It's a little slow.
Yeah, it has ruined a couple of like great runs. Yeah, so it's very rare when it happens, but
that makes sense.
I'm glad.
Game.
Yeah, and I'm glad that it did not happen right now too.
Me too. Might I pop in with a little info?
Yeah, of course.
So just a reminder that all of your donations are going to meet our milestone incentives for Splatterhouse. We need 250 pounds to get there, and we are at 110. Additionally, if your donations are going to help out a wonderful cause, Safe in Our World creates and fosters worldwide mental health awareness within the gaming industry. To eliminate stigmas surrounding mental health and make it a natural topic discussion, promote the dialogue surrounding mental health so people aren't afraid to reach out when they need it. Being able to reach out to your community is huge, and this is a big, big deal. So please, 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 we really appreciate all of your donations. And we also have a couple of incentives open. You can choose the name of the protagonist for Dead Letter Department. Currently, let me see. Currently, Horror Sama is ahead, but Truck-kun can catch up. And additionally, if you want to try and save Computer Chan, you can donate towards that. So please, jump in and help us out and help make my game a little better.
Save Computer Chan, for real.
Save Computer Chan. She's so lovely. She's our only friend. Please.
Get out of here. Yeah, so we can negate his attacks just like throwing a little bit early. It's just funny because he's like, what the? Yeah, so for the third phase, he definitely changes up his attacks. He just starts moving around now. It's not as predictable as the other two. And we're done. Let's get out of here. Very dramatic music for such a dramatic area. Mhm.
I do love this music. It is like fun and bouncy.
Yeah, the game has incredible music, especially for like the overworld in certain sections for chapters. I love it so much.
There's our money.
Goodbye, money.
Goodbye, money.
Yeah, so traditionally we would get the money first on a chapters 100%. We would get the money first and then pull the plug so we can flush the GMP. But since, like I said, we're about to get to our first chapter back out, we don't need to because we're just gonna go through as a check, like with the money that we actually need from loading up a different part of the chapter. This is like incredibly scary right here, very scary. We can have our first death here. One of the scariest places in the game. Instant death if we get caught.
That is the best breath meter I've ever seen in a video game.
Oh, definitely. Look at that. And the funny thing about it is that if you have an additional like health, like for the chocolate bars, you can still keep going, but you take damage. So you can use it as a boost just in case if you're a little bit off of like almost being able to grab some air. All right, so here we go back to our menu and we go to the bluff, which is right here. All right. So if we didn't have the checkpoint, they would require us to have the right amount of money, and we would have to go back into the other chapters that we didn't go to and get that. But like I said, Fake 80% just skips that requirement, all the checkpoints, and we're on our way to our best and favorite area, the dinosaur themed world. I love this place.
I love dinosaurs.
I'm always unsure if that money right there serves as a checkpoint, so I just grab it anyways. I'm very scared when it comes to the money, like on the later chapters, because if I miss one, then I definitely have to go all the way back to go get it, and it's pretty far. All right.
Money serves as checkpoints for me in real life too, so I totally understand.
Exactly. Like we can't do anything. Oh man, I can't go over here. So currently right here, we're trying to get access to that club that was back there. So what we got to do right now is basically try to get access. It doesn't outright explain like how Conker knows how to get access to it, but we have to get one of those funny hats that the cavemen are wearing. They look pretty stylish. I kind of want one for myself. So we got to go find ourselves one. And this is going to be a little wackiness right here. Very wacky. Oh my god, a dinosaur.
Yay, dinosaur.
And then we get a nice change of music. Very, very cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they singing like a little song? This is so cute.
That's exactly what it is. All right, let's go get ourselves our child, or per se, that's what the little dino calls me, mommy.
Mommy. Chat, what's your favorite dinosaur? I think mine is I can't remember. Parasaurolophus, I think it's called. The one that's the Loch Ness monster. That one's my favorite. I like the water dinos. But if you have a favorite dino, hit me up in the donations. Let me know. I'll make dino noises.
Tree Fitty. Alright, so the thing I'm performing right here is called the Loopy Start Strap, which is basically right here. Normally you would have Loopy, which is our fake Yoshi over here, eat the cavemen. So by going a little bit more forward, we can get Loopy to just completely ignore the cavemen. And that's why they're doing that noise, or like that animation of like, oh my god, we're gonna get eaten right now. So you see, like, Loopy gets as close as possible. I run a little bit more forward. And then, like I said, we can trick Loopy into thinking like, oh, you know what? You can just ignore the cavemen. But sometimes Loopy doesn't want to listen. Loopy just wants to do Loopy things.
Come on, baby, you can make it.
Yeah, you see, you can just hear Loopy going, hello! Yeah, it saves time, but it doesn't hurt that bad if Loopy just wants to get a quick little snack. But like I said, look at Loopy over here. Loopy just getting stuck. The road is very, very crunchy here and very stinky. Doesn't have much to work with, you see? There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Come on, Loopy. We got a big old buffet for you waiting right over here at the end. See, so you just keep going. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
It's all right. You can have a little snack, all right?
That's a little treat for Loopy.
Yeah. So we got Loopy complete with a dinosaur and pin, diaper and pin.
Born with a diaper on.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. All right, so look, if you follow me over here, we got your buffet. So we have to get access into the giant dinosaur's mouth, and what the dinosaur wants is a sacrifice. And we don't get the context because, of course, we skipped the cutscene, but that's the main thing that happens once we walk in here. The giant dinosaur head talks to us and wants a sacrifice. So that's what we're gonna give him. Unfortunately, we can't skip this, so we have to watch that. Alright. See, Loopy's over here eating.
Nice.
We don't want Loopy to eat. No.
Oh, not nice.
Your buffet waits over here. Loopy!
You're gonna ruin your dinner. Come on.
There we go. There's some keywords there that we were supposed to listen to. But I think we should be able to get it. Okay, yeah, we did. So goodbye, Loopy. Our sacrifice has been met, and now we can go inside. But before we do that, we gotta make the dinosaur head sneeze.
So, what happened to Loopy?
No comment. No habla inglés. Unfortunately, Loopy was sacrificed for the greater good, you know.
Loopy went to a farm upstate.
Exactly. That's exactly where Loopy went. Alright, so we're gonna do a wrong warp, and it helps out because we just skip the entirety of inside the mouth. It's not long. It's just it's fun to do this warp because you're literally right where you want to be with the funny dinosaur hat. Look at that. Whee! All right. So that's our first scripted death, the one we have to do, and then we'll wrong warp again into tricking the game into thinking we've actually gone inside the dinosaur's mouth. So it's really cool. It's like one of the easiest things to do. All right, so we got our Twitch mods following me right here. You know, oh my God, you're so great. Yes, I know.
Yay, mod team.
They don't like it when I say that. I'm like, you guys are worshiping me. No, you're not. Look at that. They also sing. So they're gonna help me get into the club. Importantly, it's you want to have all 4 of them follow you. 3 is cool, 2 is a risk, and 1 you probably will have a hard time. So what we're trying to do is clear out all the menaces, which are these rock guys. We're trying to get the rocks off, you know. So we're gonna beat them up, and then bye-bye. You gotta do that for all 4 of them.
Mods are banning them.
Exactly. It's the trolls. Oh, they want to go beat up that guy? No. You guys got to beat up this guy. So I have to initiate the first hit or they won't be broken. So if they start beating up on another one while I'm trying to beat up the one across, nothing will happen to them, which is unfortunate. And then now we get access into one of my favorite and least favorite places of the game. Favorite because of the music.
I was gonna say, I am immediately jamming to this music. I hope everyone else out there is jamming.
We gotta jam with the delectables. So here we see Conker's girlfriend Barry, who we haven't been properly introduced to yet, but she is working here in this club, and we have to free her. But the way to do that is really strange. So right now we're trying to get access into these holes. The game loves holes also. You see, that's Conker's girlfriend right there, Barry. And that hole right there, we're gonna have to get a special delectable drink. Look at this. Yum. Oh my god. Oh, I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Yeah, Conker is my son, and I don't know why he's drinking out in public like this. But you know what? I hope he doesn't do anything strange.
No, why would he? Ever.
Oh my god. Conker, no! Well, we're done. So our goal is to open up the other two holes, which are on the left and the right side, and we basically do the same thing. But right now, let's still rope my son over here so that we can go push the rock to open up those other two holes. And also, no, please don't do this. I only do this so I can hurry up and run out of pee, so we can sober him up.
This is basically the opening rave scene from Blade, but you know, a little bit different.
There we go. All right, so here we are. We want to kind of take it a little bit more careful, because if we get the rock pushed out back down there, I think he does wake up and we have to redo it all over again. It's been a while since that has happened to me, so I don't remember exactly. All right, so now we got to do the same thing for the other two guys. These two are more harder than the first one. So this one right here on my the first one I'm gonna go to right now, which is right here on my right. This one is always in the same spot, but the one on the left side, that one is more trickier because he tends to move around a lot. And yeah, so you do not want him to move around everywhere. And because it's very clunky, the game will have that happen, where it'll just stop moving. So we kind of have to aggro him a little bit, maybe get into a little bit more closer, and hope for the best. You see, that doesn't like it.
So we are getting a little close to the halfway mark of Conker, and we are close to the halfway mark of our donation incentive, our donation milestone. If Chad, if you could make us hit that halfway point of the milestone before the halfway point of this run, that would be amazing. And just a reminder, you can get triple value on your donation by putting it towards the milestone, putting it to Save Computer Chan, and voting for the name for Dead Letter Department, all in one donation. So if you could just reach in and give us your best. Thank you so much.
Oh my god, I almost had it. I don't know if you heard me go, oh! But I was trying not to be too loud because I know you were doing your thing. I was like, oh! Yeah, so you definitely want to get this all in one go. It's very possible if they're willing to participate along with you. Yeah, so here we are. We're done. Yay! Our girlfriend is safe. Where is she? Let's go visit her. Oh my god, she left her money. Give me the money. All right. So that's the money that we definitely need to grab, so we can get out of here. If we don't grab the money, we can't get out. Now, because we're going to be met with some shady character that looks like he's straight out of The Godfather. He's calling the shots over here. He wants me to take care of the problem. And the problem is the cavemen. They don't belong in the ecosystem. His words, not mine. But what he wants me to do is take this bomb and where I found my funny little caveman hat. He wants me to drop it there so that we can eradicate the cavemen. And that's what we're doing. We have no choice.
Just coming here and killing everything.
Exactly. We have no choice. And if we don't do it, then he suggests that I get out of town. And if I do it, he suggests I get out of town.
Get out of town.
Some of these like cutscenes are just some of my favorite, and I honestly often find myself saying them. Okay, I say them IRL too sometimes. Yeah, it has like a very memorable quotes in this game. It has a special place in my heart.
Oh, for sure.
See, oh my god.
Just a small reminder, we are $15 away from that halfway milestone, and we are so close, and I know y'all can do it. Please, we're going to hit that halfway point of Conker before you know it. So if you can, just give us a donate, and let's hit that halfway point, please.
Come on. Or we're going to get our money stolen by the cave kids. You remember those kids that... Well, not kids, but you remember those cavemen that we were beating up earlier? Well, I got mugged by them, and now what I'm trying to do is get my money back by racing them. But we're not racing them in traditional means. We're gonna beat them up to get our money back.
That's fair. I mean, that money could have gone towards our goals, so we definitely need that money back.
Bye-bye. Oh, no! Okay, that was a little rusty, a little crusty. So the dinosaur does have some RNG to him. It just depends on how fast you get to this area of the chapter. And he'll always have the same pathing. He won't move in any other direction. So you see, so we'll always see him right here. And it doesn't have any laps for this. It's as long as we take to get our money back.
This game really has everything.
It definitely does. Look at that. Beautiful. Now we got our last one. So it's 3 of them. We got 2 down and we got 1 to go. That was very close.
That was close.
Yeah, honestly, this place was one of my worst areas also, besides the rock solid, which is the club, because of that same specific reason. Getting stomped out by the dinosaur. There we go. And we got all our money. $1,300. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh yeah, and then this game also references a ton of early pop culture and movies. So this is similar to, I guess you would say, like a Gladiator in a way?
Ah, yes, Academy Award-winning movie Gladiator. This is pretty much the same thing. Conker looks just like Russell Crowe.
Yeah. A little furry. That's my son right there you're talking about. Alright, and now we have to feed the beast. Or eliminate these cavemen. Either or. We can choose to feed Fangy. That's the name of our dino, Fangy.
I certainly hope nothing bad happens to Fangy.
Nothing will happen. We will take care of our dino with our life. And that's the boss for this level. What a pair! Which is the caveman boss, who doesn't like that we're in his territory and wants us to die. Sending out his best soldiers, but they're no match for my dinosaur. So the quick and easy way to get rid of him is, just by dumping him into the fire, by headbutting them. Hey! Sometimes the cutscenes do appear, they're a little random, but they're always the same. And to avoid Fangy getting one of them on their own, because they can just target a random caveman and just go for them without your input. I try to have one of them in Fangy's mouth. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get them all. Nice.
Oh.
The game does like a clever trick also, where if you go a little too early, they will disappear and come back if you move away. Yeah, so you have to kind of wait a little bit. Go ahead.
It doesn't want to let you cheat it too hard.
Yeah. It's very silly. You can go for another snack. Alright, and that's a wrap for this guy. Bye-bye. Oh my god, it's the big boss! Big Bone! Uh-oh. That was actually a my fault thing. I wasn't prepared for his swing. Oh no, he doesn't want me to grab him. So there is a way to defeat this guy. He's not how would I say? There we go. So we bit him in the, you know. And now we gotta bit him in the, you know what. Nobody does that. And you gotta do it 2 more times. The meat and 2 veg. I messed up a little bit. Yeah, I messed up a little bit in the beginning because I thought he was gonna do a jump. Usually, sometimes he does a jump, which does like a little shockwave, and then he'll do his like bone lifting. So I thought he was gonna do that first. But overall, it's a very simple boss. The baby from the dinosaur show.
Yeah.
That's what my wife called him, Baby Sinclair grown up.
That's funny.
Yay, we can leave. Yay.
Yay. We are absolutely running out of time to hit that halfway point. We really, really need those last 15 pounds, chat. Come on, please. You can do it. I believe in you. For mental health.
Or Fengy will visit you. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, money, money, money. I'll pick it up because I can't remember if this one actually is needed. All right, so we're going back to our main area, and guess what? Our friend the Queen Bee has her hive stolen once again. But now we gotta go get it back. But this time it's different. We gotta go into the main wasp hive. And it comes one of my favorite sections in the game where it'll truly showcase how much first-person shooters I play and how my aiming is. So please send me your strength because I cannot aim.
So good news, at the wire, we managed to get our halfway point. We got a $25 donation from Hermie that we really, really appreciate. That got us there. Thank you so much, Hermie. And we are moving ever closer to unlocking that milestone and getting those extra stages for Splatterhouse. Thank you so much, y'all.
So there was a thing I was trying to do there. It's basically a skip so I don't have to go this way. It's a really tight jump. And I was just about there, but I quite didn't make the mark. But it definitely like helps out a lot by shaving down some time so you don't have to go all around like how I'm doing right now. But other than that, there's probably not going to be anything else besides the next chapter where I'll showcase another skip. And that's about, I think that will be probably it. After that, everything else very, very, very linear. All right, look at that. Surely nothing's going to happen here.
Oh my gosh.
So the pattern is always the same. It's going to be 6 each, and then after that, it's going to be 1 and 1 for every side. And the hitboxes for them are pretty weird because you can be aiming dead at them and it won't register. So it's very wonky. I don't know what it is. The game, the port over to Xbox. Maybe it's just like I said, just the game itself.
I can't tell if it's like I can't tell if it's like projectiles or hit scan, and it looks like it's hit scan but with like a wild spread.
Yeah, it's very weird. So like there's another section that's coming up with rocket launchers, and you'll notice that there's gonna be a spot where I hit it's a submarine. You're gonna notice I hit it dead on, and it won't register, which is wild.
Just a quick reminder, if anybody is really interested in that bid war, Truck-kun is 20 pounds behind Horror-sama, who is currently in the lead at 65 pounds. And if you want to change that, there is plenty of chances. Everybody likes Truck-kun, the beginning of any good isekai. So, please let us know.
And we did it! Yay!
Yeah!
That was a little rough. So it's the same thing now as the beginning of the game. We're getting chased by them. Nothing changes after this. It's basically the same chase. The only thing that changed this time was, the turret section. The turret is pretty bad. There's going to be another part later on that we're going to be using the turret for, just to get on it and then get off of it, because it definitely does not help. So we're going to be making our way to the next chapter right now, which is one of my favorite areas in the game. It's just called the Spooky Chapter. It's very short, but once we get there, then we won't have that much time left for the game. We just have 2 more chapters after that.
The Spooky Chapter is approaching just like in real life because it's almost October.
Beautiful. All right, and then right here we quit back to the menu since we're gonna have enough money to get to the barrel guy. Oh, there it is. Okay, Mr. Barrel. We're gonna go for a ride with just enough money, and after that, all the other money that we collect is guaranteed. I mean, not guaranteed, but it's required for us to have in order to progress the story.
So as we inch ever closer to our milestone, our next big one is 200 pounds. We are 65 pounds away. I would really love to see everyone out there help us get towards that. Every little donation counts. If you just want to throw us 5 pounds and say hi, or make me say something silly, I am down for it.
Hi.
Hi.
That one's free. This skip right here is very, very tedious and very hard to do. There we go. Because it involves the lag on the game. N64 is much easier on the Xbox One, and the Series X is a little bit more harder. So you have to brute force your way into that. It skips basically for us to go follow the water down that way and then open it up the traditional way. And it saves a ton of time, which is very, very good. We're going to need a lot of time saved here. So that's the Grim Reaper. We don't ever meet him normally because on a story mode, if you were to die for the first time, you get to meet him and learn his name. But since we're using unlimited lives and we're playing on chapters, we never get to meet him at all.
You said we only got 2 chapters left. About how much longer do you think we have in this run?
About like half an hour.
Half an hour?
Or so.
Cool.
Maybe less. I'm able to time it a little bit.
No big deal. That's cool. I mean, we're so, it's such a fun game and so exciting. We only get 30 more minutes.
Exactly. Yep, we get the spookiness now.
Ooh,
That's what we've been waiting for.
that's what we've been here for. That's why we're all here.
Some of these headshots are not connecting, which is weird. So this one is basically we have to take care of a number of zombies. I think it's 16. We'll know once we get the prompt. We'll get Greg the Grim Reaper, which gave us the shotgun. He'll come out, and then we have to go talk to him and lets us know about an ancestor that lives on top of this hill, which is a mansion that we're gonna go visit right now. Yeah, so we'll get the prompt. There it is. Where is he? Yay! I hate these worms. They can either throw you off or throw you forward or back. Mostly off. And I hate it. And they can grab you in the air sometimes. Very wonky. Alright, perfect.
Just a quick reminder that after this one, we only have one more run before Splatterhouse. So and the end of my hosting shift. So please, 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 if we could just start making some real good progress towards that goal. I really, really want to do this with you, chat.
So there's a number of villagers that we had to sacrifice. So the reason why we're a bat now is because our ancestor just happens to be the big bat himself. Not Batman, but just the big bat himself. And gave us his ability to turn us into a bat now. And all he wants us to do is feed him. So he wants us to feed him the villagers, which just coincidentally happen to show up at the same time that we do. While we're having a nice little reunion feast.
You sure do seem to feed a lot of things to other things in this game.
Exactly, yeah. There's another boss that we entirely skipped. That's one of my favorites. It's a broiler. I would have loved to show that one. That would have been great. Yeah, so it's a certain number of villagers that we got to feed them. We'll know how many more we need. So we need 7 more right now. So every time we get a cutscene, it's every 3 or so. So right here, the optimized one now. The optimized route is now only 2 sections that we have to go grab villagers. Before we would kind of go everywhere to kind of grab them. So yes, we got to poo on them in order to knock them out. If not, they're gonna hit us with stakes. And we definitely don't want to take more damage than we need to. There we go. Because we're going to be attempting a nice little skip that definitely helps out a lot, considering how the spooky chapter is not that long, but once we're done with this area, you'll see what I'm talking about once I get this key. So we're going to be trapped here after we turn back into regular Conker. And we're going to need 3 keys. You can see the locks right over there. So this skip basically outright just lets you get the 3rd key. And you bypass, obviously, the first 2. And the game just basically gives you the freebie so you can leave. So when that comes up, there is going to be a warning for weird shenanigans, as in this screen just not liking us being out of bounds. And it's going to be tearing left and right. So if you're very sensitive to certain lights, please look away, because it is it's very wonky.
Yeah, having a chance to look away is a good time to pop in a donation and help us get to that get to our goals. And reminder that you can get triple value for your donations, and every donation goes to the milestone, but you can also put it towards the poll for the naming of the pro tag, and you can try and help us save Computer Chan.
Yeah, exactly. There is a new tech for this one. It is very, very hard to do. But it still involves doing the villager stuff. Instead of doing the route that I want to do, it's weird. it's a little hard to explain. So there's a lever up there, and as soon as we drop the last villager, we have to make our way over there and be right under it as soon as the cutscene starts. So when we skip it, we're going to be hanging on to it. It's very hard to do, but let me see if I can attempt right now. No, we couldn't make it, but that would have been great. It's very new, so all right. So this is the perfect time to look away, right here.
Look away and donate, chat.
Yes, look away, please. If you're very sensitive to this, you'll see what I'm talking about. This all out here. It's very wonky. This is a leap of faith. We might make it on the first try. We might not. Perfect. It's fine. This is very hard. It saves you about 5 to 7 minutes if you're doing this a traditional way, which is getting the other 2 keys. So no matter if you try it 3 or more times, you'll be fine because you'll always be ahead of the time if you're doing it on a normal way. So yeah, so the 3rd key is up there, and our goal is to land on an arch. We'll see right now when I land on it, so that we can just take a little bit of damage instead of completely dying. So it's a little hard to see here, but there's a corner right there where we have to jump off of and then time the helicopter throw. This is a little too early, so we won't make it. Yeah, it does that because the game doesn't like us. Yeah, so this is it's like I said, it's very hard to do. But once you do it the first time, it's very accomplishing, and you just keep trying it and trying it. But with the new strat that just basically just got unraveled, we're hoping to kind of perfect it a little bit more so that we can avoid having to do this. It's much safer, but just harder to do.
So I just got word. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I just got word that of a little bit of extra information about the Splatterhouse extra levels. It turns out there is a dance party at the end of each of those bonus levels. So if we can get a dance party donation train going, as you know, £5, £3, £10, whatever you want to throw at us, buy your tickets to the dance party train so we can dance party in Splatterhouse.
I like to dance.
I like to dance. Who doesn't like to dance?
I'll tell you who. I didn't think I get that far, but all right. So the thing is about being able to hover across right here is that Conker only has a certain amount of time to be able to hover if he's not above water. So whenever Conker is above water, he can definitely hover at the last second before landing on it. Here, because there's no water present, we only have maybe about 2 seconds or 3 after we jump in order to hit the jump button again to hover. So that's why you kind of see me either not hovering right away, because like you have to wait for a specific little detail when he jumps. So same thing. We might not be able to get this one right away because this one is, like I said, tricky, but we will be able to get it right here. It's a weird little thing, but it's very satisfying to do. It's very satisfying.
It is. I'm loving these like out of bounds. I know it's all like psychedelic on the visions, but it's so neat to see the tech.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see. If you're okay, I think we got it. If you do this on an a little bit more to the right. If you do this on an emulator, you don't get that effect on the size. It's weird. It only does it on the console versions.
For anyone like me who keeps confusing pounds and dollars, a £5 donation train ticket is about $6.70 in the US. So, you know, it's not that big of a difference, but it'll make a big difference with your donations and helping mental health.
There we go. Okay. Nope. Yeah, so there's this little slope also right there. So Conker has this thing where if he's on a slope, it will negate any other input
Oh
So
no.
like yeah, if he's sliding, you probably won't be able to jump. Yeah, like I said, it's a little tricky, but it's not bad. What I
It's
like
almost like
about
they didn't design the game to go out of bounds.
no, definitely there's gonna be a little spot right here. Once I get it, I'll show you with the third key, and you'll be able to see how the walls are moving. They're like held with rubber tape or something, because you could just see them moving on their own. Too early.
Ooh, looks like we got someone leading off the dance party train. Debonair VT donated 20 pounds saying, "Dance party train, woo!" Let's hear it, everybody. Woo woo!
You gotta dance. It's all right. It doesn't matter if we take damage as long as we don't fall into that grinder. We're good. We're very good.
You got this, you got this.
Yeah. So you see where I landed? That's where we want to land.
Okay,
But the problem, the problem is that you have to be at a certain height in order for the game to not give you that instant death.
Gotcha. So you're like just at the edge of the train or the
yeah.
plane.
So that's the thing. Like I can tell exactly when I'm gonna make it. So the last one before this one, when I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it," I was just off by a little bit, but that was like the perfect height. The camera won't let you look more closer like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ideally you want to look like a little bit farther in so you can see where that edge is at right there.
Yeah, I can just barely see it.
Yeah, but it's all right. If I can't get it in the next 2 tries, then we can just skip over to the next little part, which is literally like right there at the door.
Sure thing.
Yeah. So you won't hold it up too much.
Sure. Sounds good. I have a another ticket for the dance party train from Cell for £5 that says, "I've been loving these silly horror runs, and now I hear there's a dance train. I have to join for more silly speed running."
You do. Oh my god, that was so close.
It was so close.
Yeah. That one was a little bit more to the right. It's very hard to see. Like once you're up there, yeah. Because it'll be very precise. So the remake for this game doesn't involve that skip. That game only has basically one skip that you can do because everything is like super non-broken. But it's the same thing like with this game. You can actually skip to get the third key. And it's a little bit more tedious because it involves jumping. There we go. You see?
Hey, awesome! You did it.
You know what? Nobody saw like the last couple of attempts. There's been no deaths. Okay.
No deaths. Perfect. First try.
No deaths. First try. Yeah. So the normal way would be a ladder popping up from there, and then we'll be able to get up here to get this key. All right. So look at the walls right here. And you can see them moving. Do you see them? They're moving ridiculously. It's just held with like rubber tape or something. All right. With that minor hiccup, we're still good to go.
Back in business. More Conker.
More Conker, yes. So we're already basically done with the spooky chapter. This is already the end of it. Now we gotta go back home. Well, back to the beginning of the game, the tutorial area, and grab our last bundle of money, and see where we go next.
Hopefully that bundle of money will buy us some tickets to the dance party train. We are less than $100 or £100 away. We're down to 90 pounds until the target. We can absolutely get there. Y'all are doing amazing.
We can go to Rock Solid and go dance.
We are running out of time, so please, you gotta hurry. We really want to see those dance parties.
Right. The funny thing about this part is that if I were to want to swim up there, it won't let me. So we have to go up to the mansion and get Mr. Barrel again. It's very silly, but it just somehow works. Ooh, money. All right, so that gargoyle that we smacked with a frying pan earlier in the game, that's where he ends up. In the bottom, dead. And we're back to the home hub.
Back home.
Back home.
So I've got an update for Name the Pro Tag for Dead Letter Department. Truckcoon is now ahead by 5 pounds, 70 pounds to 65 pounds. So that's not much. One donation can change the course of the naming and send one of our 2 potential names to the void and the other one to the loving arms of Computer Chan. So if you want to make the decide the outcome of that, chat, you got to make sure to put your money right where you need it.
It's war once again. All right, let's go ahead to war. We're gonna go join the army. Yeah, this place goes left and right. It just goes everywhere. There's no context, but they definitely need us. Definitely need us to join the war against the teddies. These evil teddy bears.
Of course, that's exactly where I thought this game was going.
This is one of the more action-oriented sections of the game. It's like Resident Evil 5. Very action-oriented.
Do you punch a boulder? Or is that 6? I can't remember.
5. But close, but close. I feel like they punched something in 6. It's been a while since I played 6. Alright, so here we're going to be traversing through landmines that appear off of the ground. And we got to go basically open up the way so that the army can leave from here to go fight the war. That's why we got this guy who, for some reason, has TNT on his back. I don't think anybody told him exactly why he should have it on his back, but he just seems to like it. So we're just gonna have to go casually push him to this different section where it's as close as possible to one of the airplane wings. And in traditional Conker fashion, we're gonna have to do something with the poor fella. Alright. There we go. So like I said earlier, now we know how to swim. We didn't take the confidence pills, but like I said, the game already knows that we've passed that point. We can swim. And we swim through these 3 rings to power up this this little context-sensitive pad that's up here. What the? Oh. Alright, so he did a funny. Normally, he would literally follow me down there. And by the time he does that shock, I'll already be up top. I wouldn't have to worry about having to redo it again. It's a little funny, but it's not a big deal. The eel sometimes spawns a little late, or it doesn't spawn where you want him to be. So I'll take whatever I can get. It's a win.
A little funny, but not a big funny. Didn't troll you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The game will troll me sometimes. There we go. Yeah, so if you may have noticed, there's no crosshairs in this game, so you just kind of have to see where you're aiming in a way. Like, just kind of picture, like, okay, there's a crosshair here. Definitely, this is exactly where I gotta shoot. Now we gotta get another guy. Yeah, yeah. There's So for one of the bosses from the early chapter in the barnyard area, there is some wires that we gotta cut with knives. And it's very hard because you don't have the crosshairs, so you just kind of have to pray that you're gonna land right smack in the middle to cut those wires. So it's definitely something you kind of have to get used to. Even if you're just playing regularly, it still takes some time to get used to it.
For sure, for sure. Just a quick reminder that that dance party train is still rolling. If you want to throw 5 pounds at it and join the train to unlock the dance party for our milestone incentive of the bonus levels in Splatterhouse, now is the time. You are absolutely running out. It is getting ever closer, and we are running out of time. And Conker, the next game is not super long, and my shift's gonna be over, and I really, really want those Splatterhouse levels, chat.
Unfortunately, we don't feed them to anything. No.
Oh no. We're not feeding something to something else here?
No, not anymore. The time for eating is over. This is war. Raw is war, or whatever they say in wrestling.
I don't think I've seen that phrase in a decade.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And then right here is a pretty interesting sequence. It is a ripoff of Saving Private Ryan.
I was about to ask if those bullets can hurt you. They absolutely can.
Yes, they can. So the thing I did that right there is a little skip that we like to do. We just crawl right under, so we don't have to go all the way around because it is time consuming. We have more of the turrets shooting at us. And you can just crawl right under to get bypass it. Later on, it's very crucial also because as we're escaping, we're gonna have more of these teddy bears with rocket launchers, and the rocket launchers are one hit KOs. So we want to avoid those as much as possible also. There we go. All right, the game can break here because it wasn't meant to have so many teddies appear. It's more meant for you to take care of them. But it's not this section right here. It's the next following section.
Oh! Oh no!
I totally forgot about that one. It's okay. It's not a big deal. So, like I was saying, yeah, there's another point right now after this part right here where there's gonna be more teddies appearing, and we need to kill at least one so that the game doesn't overload and just crash on us. I've had it crash on me in a weird way where it wasn't gonna let me do something at the final boss. There are other instances of it just completely just freezing on its own, and that's pretty stinky.
This part's a little bit fragile.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. They are cursing at me, so if you are hearing that right.
There's a lot of teddies.
Definitely. It's this section right here. So if you're running this game, you definitely want to take care of the teddy that's right on top of here. That box right there. This is the only one you want to take care of. If not, your game will freeze. Freeze or crash. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Look how many are appearing right now.
Oh my gosh.
And that's not all of them either. And I think the main reason why it does that is because we have these flamethrower guys also. We got more right here. All right.
So, little quick progress update. We are 90 pounds away from the milestone and only 40 pounds away from 200 pounds. I know we can get there. We're running out of time on this run, and we really need to get to that 200 pounds. So if you can donate, chat, and get on that hype train, go to the dance party, we can make it. Only 5 pounds. I know you got that.
Yeah, we are about like 15 minutes or so from the end game. We are still early on in this chapter, which is the war chapter, so we got a little bit more time.
We'll just gotta stay on top of it and make sure we get there. And then we're not that far away from. I can update you also on Computer Chan. Let's take a look at that real quick. So we only have 35 pounds to the 250 we need to save Computer Chan. You've got more time for Dead Letter Department, but Computer Chan is our lovely friend and does need to be saved, so when you donate towards the milestone, you make progress towards the milestone, you can save Computer Chan, and you can vote in the poll, and you can join the dance train, the dance party train. So much for your money. For so little.
All right, so right there, you want to shoot the teddy in the head. If you shoot him anywhere else, his body will still stay on the turret for a little bit longer, and you have to wait for him to disappear. Normally, the game wants you to use the turret, but it's much faster to use your weapon because the turret takes forever, and if you have to reload, you're just gonna sit there for a little bit without anything. So we have a couple waves of teddies that are gonna appear here. They're gonna appear from this side and that side, from the left and the right. So it's basically just to survive until they're done appearing. There is a set amount of them, so it doesn't change. It's the same cycle every single time. The only problem is that sometimes they kind of take a little bit longer to appear. Okay, so you got a wave here now again, and then it's gonna go back to that side, and it's gonna be both sides after that. But I like to check just in case, because you still have to wait for them to appear. It doesn't hurt to just keep aiming and shooting, because you can reload really fast with this gun compared to the turret, which is going to take a little bit longer.
Just the spray and pray.
Yeah, spray and pray. You see, one of them is hiding somewhere. Oh, there we go. Right, as soon as I'm done with these no longer appear, then I can make my way over there. So we can be as close as possible to that exit door over there. And then the main reason why I'm standing where I'm at is there's a spawn for a chocolate right here. So that I don't have to worry about if I'm getting hit, I don't have to move around. I try to keep as much chocolate with me as possible.
Yeah, this level takes away your health like it's nothing.
Exactly. And then this next part right here, which is one of my favorite little escort missions of all time. If you thought Silent Hill 4 escort missions was bad, get ready to find out right here, right now. Rodent is not a fan favorite of mine, but he might be of somebody's. So Rodent is our little friend. Is also a squirrel who's wearing some very, very cool protective gear that basically lets him stay alive. He can survive bombs, mines, basically anything. And so we have to make sure that he follows us all the way. But he can stay somewhere. So sometimes he gets too tired, and we have to get him to, basically block the mines for us. He kind of does take a while to run sometimes, so he doesn't often follow us like this. This is really good. This is probably the best rodent I've had in a while. I like to run in circles also to kind of get him to catch up, because he does kind of take a little bit longer to move sometimes. If one of the rockets land on him, they can launch him in the air, and it sometimes sends him flying forward. Sometimes it just sends him somewhere else, and you have to kind of manipulate him to come back down here. But it's alright.
Little bullet holes on the screen are a nice effect.
Yeah, they're constantly just, doing that, like that little crunchy shatter noise.
So we are keeping that £5 donation train alive. We've got £5 from VJ Smythe that says there's no game music in the next run, so let's get that dance party music to make up for it. And just a reminder that there's not that huge of a difference between pounds and dollars if you're from North America like I am. It's £5 is about $6.70. £10 is about $13.41. So it's rough. It's roughly close, so don't be too intimidated by the fact that we're using pounds. You got this, chat. Oh no!
This is a scripted event.
Oh.
I can't usually get through there without having, getting shot. There's a ton of them that just start parachuting in, but it's all right if I die right there, because it's I get spawned right back in. I don't have to open up the door anymore, and less teddies appear, which is a little bit more optimal. But It loses a little bit of time, but it's not too bad. All right, now we're gonna have to open up that door and go into this little chemical acid place. I like being able to. Anyways, I like being able to jump over them and not get blown up like that. But for some reason, that one just wanted to do what it wanted to do. Normally, I would just jump into that acid right there for that last mine, so that I'm not taking extra damage from the mine blowing up, and I'm only taking the damage from the acid. So it helps out by negating that, and that's like about the only time you want to take damage there. There's still more. There's still health out here. So if we really need it, we can get it. I just usually just get one extra one, so I don't have to go all around and waste more time. The tank area right here, this one is pretty silly because you can actually bypass it pretty fast. On N64, there's a way to calibrate the controller to I don't know how to do it, but you can make the tank go by faster, and this is only available on the N64 version. So you don't have to bring down the ramp. You can literally just run right through it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's really cool. Alright, we can crunch them up. There's going to be a couple more appearing. And then I'm trying to beat the tower from getting me because... There we go. That's why. Oh, wow. Yeah, so it's very silly. Stuff like that can happen. As you saw, like I can go right through the ground, go through the walls with no warning. There we go. So if we were to take the traditional means, we would have to go all around over there and then pop the last one. But we got a little bit earlier in and went a bit stinkier.
Ever stinkier.
Yeah, very, very stinky. Alright, so this is the place where I love the submarines because their hitboxes are really, really silly. You'll see what I mean.
Let's see these submarines.
So right here, we got a wave of 3, and then we got a wave of 6 for the next 2.
Just a quick heads up, chat. The next run after this is going to fly by, and we are going to be at Splatterhouse before you know it. Those 5-pound tickets are gonna run out soon, so you've got to really get on it.
Did you see that?
That was amazing.
I didn't want to blow it up. Alright, so now we got 6 submarines and then another 6 right after, so a total of 12.
Just sending fleets of submarines after you.
And that's exactly what it is. They don't want me to win.
They're haters. They're trying to stop our donation train and stop our dance party. You gotta stop them.
That's exactly what we're trying to do here. You fiends. We need 2 more. The thing that Conker does here, if we're unsure of how many we've grabbed already, Conker will put away the rocket launcher.
Oh, when you're done? Got it.
Yeah. He'll put it away on his own, which is strange because that shouldn't have happened. You see that one right over there?
Yeah, there's still another one over there, dude.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't break the game because I wasn't able to bring out the rocket launcher again right there. I'm supposed to, but that's weird. That is the first time I've seen that. But you know what? There's always some crazy things that happen in this game.
Oh! Oh no! So what you're telling me is that hasn't happened before to you?
To me, no. Maybe to one of the other runners, but not to me. I'm gonna get blown up.
Oh no! Oh.
Yeah, I messed up by trying to jump and then landing on the platform. But it's okay. As long as I'm not hit again, which I probably will be. There we go. Okay. No, 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 no. Woo.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, so they lock on to the last known area that you're at as soon as they launch. That's why, like, I wasn't too scared right now. I'm just gonna wait for him to launch this one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and then they disappear too. Look at that. Look at those hitboxes.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I was talking about. Like these hitboxes. There
They
we
get
go.
out of hand fast.
Yeah, I think it's because of the water. Look at that.
Yeah, sometimes it thinks she hit the water instead of the submarine. It's very, very finicky. What?
Yeah. I wanted to wait for that one to launch because I was afraid of getting the cutscene and then getting blown up after the cutscene. There we go. She gets to see her mummy and daddy again.
Hooray.
It's a little girl. She's lost. Just kidding. Not a little girl. She's an abomination.
Of course. This is a Doom boss, right? Like, we're playing Doom right now.
We're doing something. So she has 3 phases, 3 different attacks, lasers, regular shots, and then after that it's rockets.
Oh, the noises. I mean, kind of looks like she's dancing whenever you tag her. She wants to be on that dance train, right?
That's exactly what it is. All right, so we're basically already out of here. Yay! Oh my god, there's more lasers.
Oh my gosh. She can't be on the dance train. She didn't pay her £5 for the ticket.
Exactly. Sorry, no train for you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and you're timed?
Yeah. If you die, it takes more time out of you, but it'll keep the same one after the first death.
Gotcha. I'm a Super Metroid girl, so I absolutely love it when there's a time segment.
Oh no. All right, let's try. I'm gonna try to get as much health as I can right here. Okay, that should be enough. All right, now we gotta escape, and so once again, we're gonna crawl down here to avoid, awakening the Teddy. No!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, okay, good. Like, you see that? They were already aiming at me.
Yeah, you
But,
were.
They have that auto aim, so it would have been over for me. Shrek'd.
But you made it just in the nick of time, so that's all that matters.
Exactly. So we're already at the last area of the game. Basically, the final chapter, and we don't have that much time left.
Yeah, we're absolutely running out.
There we go. This is a nice little skip. If you're playing on chapters, not chapters, on story mode, you can skip all that additional dialogue right there. Whoa.
Just a quick update on everything. We are at 165 pounds out of the 250 pounds we need for our milestone for Splatterhouse. And we are really, really running out of time. We are, so if you can get your, £5 donation train in for the dance party, oh my god, we're in the Matrix. We'll be there in no time. Oh, of course there's a Matrix reference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, we got 3 more waves of this. And the main reason why we do this, the slow-mo, is because if we try to shoot them without it, it takes longer to kill them. So all they need is one shot with the slow-mo, and that's it.
That makes sense. The slow-mo makes everything more intense.
Yeah. And they can knock us out of it if we get shot. And sometimes they have like the aiming where it's like, oh my god, how can they do that to me? I'm the protagonist of the game. I should be the one doing that to you. So you kind of have to wait for these audio cues from them. A lot of them have them. The last wave has an audio cue. So like sometimes I have to wait just in case.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because if you go a little too early, do you see? Like that's what happens.
Oh no! Yeah, you
So
get
they
pecked
take-
out.
You get 2 chocolate healths taken out, which kind of stinks.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. They punish you pretty hard for the slow-mo.
Oh, I didn't get one of them. I'll wait a little bit. Regroup. Okay, they didn't say the regroup, but when I say regroup, I usually take that chance to do the B moment. And right here, I don't really have to wait that long. I can just immediately go because they start appearing already, since we're as close as possible to the exit. Yeah, and they're already lined up. But it's very wonky, so of course I missed that.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's a little wonky. You know, it's inverted controls. I'm not really good with inverted.
Yeah.
And that's it. We're done. Yay.
Alright.
We got one final thing to do, and that is to face the final boss.
Final boss time, chat. Get hype.
But first things first, let's collect all this delicious, wonderful money in front of us.
Hey, over here. Come here.
That's it. This is it. We're getting to the dance train. All the dancing money.
See, this too can be yours. 3 stacks, and that's it.
Nice.
And oh my god, who is that? It's Big Scared's wife.
Oh my. Is there no more?
The Xeno, yeah. We gotta go so long, Gay Bowser.
That's amazing. Throwing a Xenomorph fun tail.
You gotta do it 2 more times.
This is fitting. Alien's my favorite horror movie.
Really?
Yeah. I watch it every year on Halloween.
Hell yeah.
You know, chat, if you want to tell me your favorite movie, we can do that and get closer to a dance party. I'd love to hear your favorite horror movies.
Time is gonna be called as soon as the cutscene starts, which is gonna be in 3, 2, 1. Right there. Time.
Woo! GG!
Very wacky.
No! I'm supposed to kill that with this. Oh, this is the end.
That was an amazing run. You did such a good job.
Thank you, thank you. Hello.
Hello. What's that? Is this a joke? The game's locked up. I don't believe it. What is it?
Wall.
Is this the testing department's day off or something? This gives me an idea. Hello? If there are any software engineers that can hear me,
What a
just,
neat run,
type
isn't
something
it?
in.
Yeah.
It definitely is one of the games of all time.
Here's the
I would
plan.
love for more people to experience
I
it,
won't tell
if
anyone
not by
that there's been
speedrunning,
a
just
lockup.
by
Quite a bad
casual playthrough.
left in the game. If you will
So while
say,
the
I
while
don't know,
this cutscene's playing,
help
you
me
got
out
any
with
shout outs
this guy
or anything fun
What do
like
you
that
think?
to let us know about?
Yeah. Yeah, so I want to give a shout out to everyone here in the
given
Clock
the
Tower
fact that
team,
it's really
just hanging out. Binary Breakers
better.
mentioned. and a bunch of other
Weapons, maybe?
peeps too. I have a long list, just like all that weapon right there. I have such a long list, I might just take up more time.
Yeah. No. What about? Oh.
Definitely. But yeah, it was very fun. I love
Yeah.
showcasing this game to everybody,
Let's do it.
and hopefully it inspires
Some
some
action.
peeps. Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks for introducing me to it. It's the first I've seen of it. It's fantastic.
You guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Take me back to, say, the phone room. Cool. Now, Miss Alien. Let's see. Okay, let's get into position. Steady. Just check the shot. There we go. Right. On my mark, not a moment sooner. 3, 2, 1, and action. Whoa. Oh,
Sorry,
no.
Big.
That's a bit volatile. Well, we'll clean that up later. Well, I suppose that's it. Anything else? Who are these guys?
All our friends that we met along the way.
Hooray!
Oh, we didn't meet him.
We've a lot of people we didn't meet. There's some cutscenes we skipped.
type king. Yes. We didn't like him either. In fact, there seems to be an empty throne.
So bloody right there is. Come on, Conker. Up onto the throne with you.
What? But no, you don't understand. I don't really want to be king. Oh no, I forgot to. I should have brought Barry back to life. Oh no. Well, Procomer. Thank God. What are you doing? Get off.
It's okay, it'll be good. And the rest of the guys. Marvelous. Yeah, I like it in here.
Oh my gosh, it really is just everybody.
You're king.
Couldn't be king of a toilet.
King. Could be king of a toilet.
You're king of a toilet.
You don't know how close you are. You realize that? You just do not know.
Sorry. Yes, king. How did I thought that? Can I be your general? Oh no. Of all the people in the world that I don't
I like how this ends with him getting everything he never wanted.
That's exactly what it is. He just wanted to go home, and all of a sudden, he's king.
Just to celebrate with you on this wonderful moment.
The unfortunate part is there was a sequel planned for this game, but since Rare was bought by Microsoft, it was quickly abandoned, and they just ended up remaking the game.
That's
So,
too bad.
well,
This game could use
yeah.
Yeah, long live the king.
Long live the king!
Yeah, long live the king.
Will you stop repeating me?
I'm not beating him. Long live the king. Long live the king. Long live the king. Long live the king. Long live the king.
Long live the king.
Long live the king. Long live the king. Long live the king.
Oh my gosh.
Long live the king. Long live the king. Long live the king. So, there I am. King.
The
King of all the land. And who'd have thought that? Not me. I guess you know who these guys are now? 'Cause I certainly do. I don't want to know them. And yep, I may be king. I have all the money in the world. And all the land. And all that stuff. But you know, I don't really think I want it. I just want to go home. With Barry. And, I don't know, have a bottle of beer. It's not gonna happen.
It's-
It's true what they say. the grass is always greener. And you don't really know what it is you have until it's gone.
It's a shame he's like stuck in purgatory as king
Gone.
because he never got a sequel.
No,
Gone.
we don't talk about anything else that happened with Hit Conker after this game. No.
All right, there's our credits roll. That was
And scene.
fantastic. And scene.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, that's our last bit. Anything else you got to say before we hop back to break?
Stay tuned for the next few runs. They're gonna be great. They're gonna be fantastic.
They
Thank you so much for being the host with me and everybody else that was involved.
Sure, had a great time.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Cool.